Hey, what's going on, family? What's going on, family? This is your boy, Sander Cameau, Crown Heights finest, the mayor, the pastor. I'm with my man, my God, the right hand man, King himself, the man with the sauce.
What's up, y'all? This is your co-host Rickard, Jean-Noel on the Real Word Show. We thank you for watching. We thank you for supporting. Shout out to everybody that's been watching us from the very beginning. Shout out to everybody that's still supporting us after all this time. Shout out to everyone that watched us on TV last week, Thursday. Again, we're going to be on TV every Thursday at 4 o'clock. So when the kids come home and you set them down to do their homework, put them right in front of the TV so they could listen to Rickard and Sanders in the Real Word, and anybody else who's on this show, just visiting, just watching, just let us know. And we got a special guest with us today, the man of the hour. Introduce yourself, brother.
How you guys doing today? It's AJ. Glad to be here.
Shout out to AJ for coming out to the show. Shout out to everybody that's watching today. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting. We just like to take the time out to thank everybody that supported the YouTube, supported the Instagram, supported the TV show that helped us to get this far. Right, Sanders?
That's a fact. Without you, it would be no us, definitely.
So, real quick, AJ, tell them a little bit about yourself. Some people know you from the first season. You was out here in season 2, but tell them about yourself right now.
Yeah, AJ stands for Actors Jean-Noel. Young black kid in America, of course. Calls my brother, older brother. Work. Definitely make music. Go by Ajrhyme. I actually just dropped a project Friday called Dial. So I have a streaming service. If you want to go listen to that and support me, go ahead, check it out. Let me know how it sounds. You can follow me on any social media, Ajrhyme. That's AJRHYME. And yeah, it's pretty much all.
Speaking about that mixtape, yesterday when I was working, I was playing that mixtape in the car, and a couple people, they Shazammed it, and then they was like, oh, they was feeling there, so that's what's up. What was your inspiration for this mixtape? Because you got a few mixtapes out, you've been consistent with the music, so what makes you so passionate about music, and what keeps you still going? Because I know you have a regular 9 to 5, but you still into music, so it seems like music is your passion. So what got you still loving the music?
Yeah, definitely just getting back into that mode of creativity. That's what drives me. For a while, I just been working and then continuing my education with my master's, and I'm like, you know what, let me take a break this summer and really get back into my music, into my craft. And I felt like, I was just getting into a rut. So even when this project, you can see that it's showing that struggle between the one side where, you're just in your everyday life working versus the struggle of still trying to follow your dreams and everything like that, and still trying to make it from where you were to where you are now. So that's why the cover, if you look at the cover, is one side is black and one side is white. It's like you're stuck in that black and white, and you're trying to cross over to that light side of, okay, let me try to, follow my dreams and reach for that star, reach for that moon that I see that's out of my grasp, and try to get to it. So that's what still inspired me. And this project, I feel like I put a lot of work into it. It's actually I would say my last project, it was Noir. It was more, focused on relationship stuff that I was going through, the lessons that I learned from that, and just growing through it. But this one was more just about me and life and everything I've been through, and just talking about stuff like certain lessons, and just passing on certain knowledge and wisdom onto other people too. So that's why I like about this project the most.
There was one song, shoulda, woulda, coulda, featuring Adele, aka Constance.
Yeah, it's my sister.
Shout out to Constance. I see you guys have a couple songs together. I think that shoulda, woulda, coulda should have been the single. That song goes hard.
Oh, that's the next single. Single.
You gotta do a video for that, man. Do something real romantic.
Yeah.
Shoot in the restaurant, something. But what was your inspiration for that song? Because I know a lot of us nowadays, we go through relationships and we wish we coulda, shoulda, woulda, did things different. But at the same time, it is what it is. So what was your inspiration for that?
It's real funny because I got a friend, her name is Nicole, and she listens to my project, and that's her favorite song. Absolutely, she loved my sister's voice on it, the way that it is, the subject matter, everything. I told her it's actually kind of like a part 2 to a song I wrote years ago, put out, called We Should Be Together. And then, so this one is called Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda. And then, well, it's actually called Kissed You, because that's what I coulda, woulda, shoulda done. But it's really...
Is it about a girl in particular?
It could be ain't to any girl, but it was about. I mean, I'm not gonna front. It was about a particular girl at the time.
You're not trying to say, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I just realized, it could be applied to many of them. But like, yeah, at the time, definitely, like I said in the song, like it was like one of those things where, you vibe with somebody so well and things are going so great, and it's like, but then it's like you just miss your opportunity, and then after that, the person is just gone. It's like, wow, like I should have did this, I could have did this, and what would have happened if I did do this? Like, and then you just missed that chance. So, and that's just me talking about all that and throughout the whole track and about every part, and just pouring my heart out with that one. So, coming from a real place, so I feel like that's why a lot of people probably like it and resonate with it.
Yeah, facts. And what else songs on the album do you like besides that one?
Definitely, the first track, the intro, I definitely like, because like that beat, I made it myself, produced it myself. I feel like that show off my versatility, and it's like sets the tone. Definitely like 1991. That's the year I was born. Just talking about, the first lines in that is like, Christmas baby, I've been feeling bitter lately. And somebody asked me like, is that something you was just saying? Is that a punchline, or is that how you've been feeling? I'm like, listen, I don't lie in my raps. Like, yeah, this time where you just feel like you're going through a rut, same thing every day to day. Like, you start feeling bitter. Like, yo, like,
no lies in your verses.
no lies. I always put the truth out there. I'm like, you know what? You're going through the same thing every day. Then you start to feel like, yo, you get a little bitter. Like, is this what I want to do? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? So it's like, yo, feeling like you was born at a certain time with a certain gift, a certain day. It's like you feel like you're meant to do something more, and it's like, you know what? Yeah, I am meant to do something more. So let me show them why, and that's why I like that song a lot. And I actually spent a lot of time mixing that song and trying to get it right. Like I didn't even get the hook that's on it until like the week of. Like that's how hard I was going for that song.
When was the last time you performed?
The last time I performed, it's been a while. I'm not gonna lie.
But do you want to start performing?
Of course. Last time I performed, I would say was like last year. It was actually like a SDA open mic. It was like a song called "Sins of the Sun."
Okay.
That song was gonna be on this project, but I wanted to save it for another project. But that's the last track that I performed, and it had good reception. It was a very real song, very real reception to it. I actually wanted to perform tomorrow for this program called The Pursuit, which happens. Well, now they moved it to Brooklyn, so you can follow them on Instagram, The Pursuit. So definitely come out there if you want to see me perform tomorrow night. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You and Sanders had a track together, I know.
Definitely.
How was it working together on the track recently, you two?
Sanders is a beast, man. Like, Sanders came out and like he was saying, yo, when we gonna make a track, man? What we gonna do? So I'm like, yo, I'm ready right now. What's up? And he was ready. Like I was like, oh damn. Like a lot of people they always tell me, oh, I'm ready to make a track. And you sit and I'm like, I come through, and then I gotta sit there like an hour waiting for them to write 2 bars. I'm like, come on, man, I thought you was ready. Like, but Sanders was ready. Like, he came, we stepped on the mic, and he just went in. So like, and then like, I had a beat already. Sanders rapped on it, and I had a verse already. And then like, a hook came to me because one thing Sanders loves saying is king. So I'm like, I think this will be kings. And then like, so that's what I made the hook. Like, this is what it takes to be a king. Grinding hard, living out your dreams, even when it seems. And then like, so it just came out, just flowed like that, and then I'm like, all right, so hopefully, we can shoot a video for that, get that out to people. But it's a very inspirational track. Sanders, the man of God, so definitely, God touched on that track right there.
Definitely.
No cursing, no nothing like that.
Definitely.
Inspirational words on that track.
Definitely.
Yeah. Man.
Me personally, I don't hate on people who do curse. I would recommend that people don't curse, but I feel like everybody expresses themselves every way in regards to their experience of what they experience in life. It's just that, for me, it's just, just want to just bring that positive limelight and show guys, listen, we can do different, we can be different and everything like that. So definitely I'm with that 100%.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, like it's hard to not like curse on some of the raps and everything, but I try to. Like a lot of my tracks, I cut it down. There's some tracks when I don't want to do it no more, so I'm proud of myself for that. Even like the N-word, like I cut it down as much as possible.
Facts.
Like so, it's showed the growth over the years of
That's
how I've been able to write and everything.
I mean,
like
yeah,
that.
bro. I used to curse in back in the day before I was into God. I was cursing my rhymes, calling this all that too. So definitely. But one thing I don't know if one of my favorite rappers, Rakim, like. like I think the most he ever said was nigga in his rhyme, but he don't curse in his rhymes, basically. So
Rakim's a 5%, I believe.
yeah, facts. So he doesn't curse in his rhymes, but
Yeah.
He's one of the nicest lyrical geniuses and everything like that. So definitely.
It seems like there's a lot of talented people amongst us, especially within our church, our SD community. But it
Yeah.
seems like the church looks down upon rap. Especially, I remember back in February when we was having a youth day. The day I preached, and then my brother was performing. Him and Benry, was you performing by yourself?
That's me and Benry.
Yeah, you and Benry, and then the people who was in charge of sound thinking they kept cutting the sound, bro. Yeah, a couple
that's
times.
crazy.
And then some people even walked out like, no, not in this church, not in this
That's some
church.
Kirk Franklin
And mind
joint.
you, the song was called Blessed. Like, you know, the song was just talking about
Wow.
while, you know, just feeling like how you bless. I actually started off like, you know, I feel blessed. I feel blessed. Why am I so stressed? You know, talking about, you know, I woke up stressed, but like, why am I feeling so stressed when God gave me all these things and everything like that? And even the hook is saying, you know, I feel blessed. God bless me. Yeah, it's like, you know, like it's a positive message, positive song, you know. But I don't know, people just don't like the type of medium that rap is, and then it just automatically got this preconceived notion about it. But it's like, nah, like I'm using my talents to praise the Lord in this way. Like I know I'm smart enough to know not to like say any type of wild stuff in church or curse in church, whatever like that. And I'm performing something, I'm gonna make sure it's something that has to do with that. You know, I'm that versatile with it. But yeah, it was unfortunate. You know, I heard some things that people were saying and whatever. But like nobody ever addressed me about it. So it's what
Must
it
be a
is.
reason why.
But the thing is that, like I said, I like it. I feel like this is where it's at. Right now, Christian hip hop is dominating. Shout out to my man Lecrae, Tadashi, The Truth, Shobaraka. There's a lot of people who are actually doing the thing. My man Second Life, who's watching as well too. Also, man, I send my condolences to your family at this time. I know you lost your father, man. We with you. We stand with you, 100%. Petit frere all day. So shout out to him and everything like that.
Yeah, man, but that's one thing I never really liked, the fact that every time the youth is doing something different, like the older folks always get upset. Like one thing that my church did that I still say never has been done, we did the Cypher Sabbath, where we did a whole sermon with like 4 people, and then we rapped out the whole sermon.
Wow.
That was dope. We gotta bring that back, the Cypher Sabbath. I think so.
That's what's up. I'm with that 100%.
Yeah, man. What y'all think about what's going on in Haiti? Like, I heard it's crazy out there, like, for the riots. Because, okay, for those that don't know, there's unrest in Haiti, a lot of rioting and protesting due to the fact that the government is trying to raise the taxes on gas. The reason why the government is trying to raise taxes on gas is so that they can be able to afford other stuff to rebuild the country's infrastructure. But then the people feel like they're already poor, they already have less. So to overcharge them more based on something that they don't have at all is almost like killing them. So what you guys think about that?
I think it's unfortunate in regards to just the reaction. I think that they could use other means, a peaceful way of protest, other than burning and killing people and threatening people.
They've been some casualties.
There's been some casualties, yeah.
I don't even know.
There's been some casualties also too. You know, people like that are foreigners are afraid and everything like that. I feel like we could do better in expressing ourselves, and I feel like Jovenel he means well.
Jovenel's the president?
As a president, yeah, he means well. He wants to do the best that he can. He came from a situation with kind of messed up. Actually, Sweet Mickey actually left the country, went to the Dominican Republic because his family life was on is in danger and everything. I feel like we could just do.
But I thought Sweet Mickey did a good job.
No, he did a good job. It's just that, because of the mere factor that he's with, he was the one that endorsed the president, the candidate that we have now. So.
So the president that they have now is not good.
No, he's good. He's good. I mean, he's doing work, but like when you're doing good, for example, you're gonna have the elites. Haiti has its elites where they don't want Haiti to progress. You know what I'm saying? The bourgeois. So
it seems like every single time a president leaves office, they have to leave the country.
that's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Haiti's is something else. But like I said, we just need to do a little bit more better because the United States and Canada,
We're dominating when it comes to the nursing field. We're dominating when it comes to politics. We're dominating when it comes to entertainment. We're dominating when it comes to music and art. I just feel like, you know, it's a mindset thing, you know, and we as a younger generation, we have to change the mindset of the people, you know what I'm saying? Because something gotta give, something gotta change. So those images that we're seeing, it's really heartbreaking, it's very hurtful, and we gotta do a little bit more better, you know what I'm saying?
So they're raising like prices on the gas or just tax, you said?
They implemented a tax on the gas, so the price went up. But they said recently there's been a suspension of the raising tax to get the people to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, so I guess that's where they at with it right now.
That's a fact.
And that's like, especially governments that get their money from elsewhere, like they always gotta tax the people to get their money, I guess.
Crazy.
That's what happens when you got an infrastructure that's like that, or like a government with like the history that's, you know, very unstable. It's gonna be things like that, and the people, you know, especially the poor, are gonna feel like, you know, the only other ways to do is to protest. Some people unfortunately riot and commit crimes like that. I just saw a video on Facebook, like Henry, shout out to Henry, he's here. Like he shared a video saying like that's crazy. He was just at that gas station where, you know, a bunch of damage is going on that and everything like that.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, man. So just seeing those visuals, it's sad to see. But you know, it's a lot of unrest going on over there. A lot of frustrated people on both sides. So, I mean, hopefully, you know, they can come together and find a solution. You know, gotta pray for that.
Facts. Especially since our pops is out there, you know.
Yeah, how's he doing out there?
Yeah, I spoke to him, I think, this morning.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
Must be connected.
yeah, he was telling me about everything that was going on, man. So that right there is crazy. I mean, I heard about the soccer team boys that stuck in that cave.
Yeah, I heard they got most of them out, I heard.
Yeah. How did they even get stuck in that cave?
How they got stuck though?
I don't know. If anybody know how those kids and
Stuck, right?
got stuck, just let us know how, because we don't even know how those kids got stuck. I forgot. I think Thailand, right?
Facts.
And there was a billionaire that said that he's willing to build a little mini submarine to help them get out of there.
Wow.
Yeah, I forgot which billionaire.
That's
it
true.
was.
But how did they get stuck then? That's the thing.
I don't know, but I heard that it's hard to get in, it's hard to get out. Like a rescue diver actually died trying to get out.
Wow.
So yeah, so like you basically risking your life to save the life of other people.
That's crazy.
hmm
That's crazy. Next topic I wanted to basically bring up was this. The Lakers situation.
With LeBron?
Yes.
Um,
What's your stance on that?
I'll let AJ go first on this one.
Like, well, you know, I'm not really a big like all LeBron fan, but you know, I pay attention to the situation because it's hard not to. But like, I mean, I guess he figured it's time to make a move, no matter what. He probably felt like he was going to go to the finals in the East, so he was like, you know what, let me go somewhere. Probably I could take a little break. Cause I was even saying it when I was watching the playoffs last year. I'm like, man, he should just lose to the Celtics, man. You don't want to go through that embarrassment of losing to the finals, but Celtics couldn't even close the deal. So he's like, man, I can't even trust these guys to beat me out here. I gotta go somewhere where he probably gonna take me out when I need to. But I mean, he probably feel like he could build things out there. He love the weather. His kid gonna be going to school out there. He has a house out there. You know, unfortunately, you know, some racists did what they did to it last year. But
What did it do?
oh, when they like wrote the N-word on the
Yeah,
property.
facts.
Yeah, but they got that taken care of and everything. But you know, he got a house. You know, a lot of rich people, they love that community over there.
Even Jay-Z live out in LA now.
Yeah, man. Like, they love California.
Jay, you left us, man. You left us.
So his, but like, yeah. So I mean, it'll probably be fun for you know the Lakers nation. You know, for them to enjoy LeBron. You know, he's 33, 15 years in the league, still going. You know, that's crazy.
Facts.
But like, I think it'll be some good competition. But they need some pieces around him. Like, he's not gonna just come in and turn around.
I know they got Rondo and everything like that.
They need better.
That's a fact. But Golden State is doing phenomenal. I think Golden State's gonna basically shut it down. Period. That's what I think.
And they got Lance Stevenson. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Coney Island.
Lance Stevenson where?
On the Lakers.
Yeah, Lance Stevenson.
Got him too?
Yeah.
Wow.
That should be interesting because we know that him and LeBron used to go back and forth, and they had that whole blowing in his ear thing and that other stuff they used to have. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Shout out to Cynthia. Shout out to Thorley. Shout out to Eric that's always watching. Shout out to everybody that's just been supporting and watching. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now. share the video, like, drop a comment. We see you. And what I think about that whole LeBron situation, I feel like, I don't know. A lot of people, they disrespect LeBron because they say he's a flip flopper. Like 1 minute he's in Cleveland, then he goes to Miami. He has his whole press conference for Miami. Some people thought it was corny. Then after that, he went back to Cleveland. Then he left Cleveland again. Some people feel like he messed up the team by getting rid of a lot of good players or having issues with good players. And then he gave mediocre players, well, he helped mediocre players to get big contracts. Then when it was time for those players to step up, they couldn't step up. So some people feel a way about that. And then they feel like he's always bandwagon hopping. Like he jumped to LA. I guess I feel like him going to LA is more like a business move. As in like LA is, Hollywood. That's where he could get the most endorsements. Since he signed to LA, the ticket prices have gone up, things of that nature. So it's more like a business move. Like if you look at it, all the people moved out to LA. Kanye, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre's out there. Drake is out there.
Oh, Drake was out there too?
Yeah, Drake got a house, I think in Calabasas or the Hidden Hills, something like that. So it's a lot of them out there. Like almost everybody's out there.
Yeah, New York is where it's at. Wow.
So, I mean, one thing I give to LeBron, that nobody likes to give props to him about, like, a lot of athletes, especially, these heroes that people choose. But, like, one thing about him, he never got into no trouble off the field,
That's
or off the
fact.
court, I should
Yeah,
say.
that's true.
Like, he never got into a running with the cops, never heard no story about him.
And he's always getting back to the community.
Always giving back to the community.
Always.
Never cheated. Oh no, you never hear no stories about him cheating. Never hear no
Facts.
stories about no secret kids, no nothing like that. He got a real good image. But people, despite what people might say about him on the court and anything like that, it's like he's a good person. So
No, he's a great player
He
too.
does his thing. So I gotta give him props for that.
Yeah, he does. He does great on and off the court. We could say that about LeBron. He's not a bad person. It's just, I guess, in regards to him, he's chasing those rings,
It's a fact.
And we can't blame Golden State neither with the super team because LeBron and them started that whole super team stuff with him, Bosh, and Wade.
That's a fact.
They started that super team stuff. I think with LeBron, I feel like LeBron's a real one. He put up videos of him listening to hip hop when things was getting crazy within the black community. He's one of the few people that said something about it, And he does a lot of behind the scenes work. He helped his friends to own businesses. A lot of things that like the average person in position of power doesn't really do. So shout out to LeBron for that. In regards to him playing basketball, I think he's a phenomenal player.
Nah, definitely. I feel like he fought very hard and vigorously to go to the finals. You know what I'm saying? It was just LeBron and his servants, and he got put by a team, and that's the reality of it. You have to have a team, and I know for a fact with Golden State, I'm going with Golden State because the bench is on point, nothing but shooters, and the starters, it's over. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see if the Lakers are gonna actually win a chip.
So what team do you think LeBron could have did better on besides the Lakers, guys?
I think he would have did better on the 76ers.
Oh my goodness, they're another one too. And look out for Boston too. Boston's another team too.
Yeah, Boston,
There's
76ers.
another one.
Those are some good teams, yeah. I think he should have stayed on the East.
Yeah.
He could have did. I think he could have did way better in Philly or in Boston. But the thing is, Philly and Boston, like I guess to him, they want to pop in places to be. You understand? Plus his kids go to school in L.A. and I'm pretty sure he didn't want to move his family out to Boston or Philadelphia. So I can understand that. Cleveland maybe, because Cleveland is his hometown. Miami's nice. It's hot, nice weather, nice houses, nice beaches. But I guess Philly and Boston was slow for him, so he picked L.A. I mean, can't hit on the dude.
Facts.
If I was rich, man, and I was close to retirement, I'd go to L.A. too.
Sure.
I've been to
Traffic
LA.
out there is horrible.
It's not that bad, and traffic out here is horrible too.
That's a fact. Some guys can't even drive for nothing.
Yeah. I like LA because of the weather, man. The weather, the places, the people, everything's expensive. That's crazy, but LA is beautiful, man. The one time I went, it was nice.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
The next trend, the topic that we also have in mind too, is the man who loses his job amid alleged racial conversation at the neighborhood pool. I want to ask, What's going on with that? Why is it every time a black person is in an area, white people are always calling cops? I don't understand that.
Yeah, it was this lady that called the cops on this girl for selling water in front of her house.
What?
Yep. That
Yeah.
one.
It's enough. It's too much.
Yeah, with the couple that was leaving a house, I think it was like an Airbnb, and they called the cops on them thinking they was robbing the house.
What?
Yeah, that happened. Like,
Damn,
it's just
son.
a string of them in the
They
news.
losing power, bro. That's why they're acting like this.
Yeah.
Somebody was about to call the cops on my wife the other day for parking in the driveway in front of our house.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they
I'm
called.
careful. I'm spooky out here.
They called the building owner and everything. Like, oh, there's a car here. You gotta move it. You gotta move it.
How did she react to that?
She was tired of calls. She came. She rang the dude's bell. I was like, yo, chill. Then he wrote a letter and put the letter on her car. So I took the letter off of her car and put it back on their car.
Wow.
Then ironically, this how karma works. We went to a laundromat down the block, and as we was pulling out the laundromat, guess who stepped in front of the car? The same neighbor. And he like scared out of his mind, like he didn't know what to do, like literally deer caught in headlights. Like he was right in front of the headlights. And then she was like, you see, he did that to himself. Now he over there looking scared. And I'm like, let that man be, man. Let him live his life.
That's a fresh fact.
But yeah, like, I live in a neighborhood where there's not that many black people, so, people move different around here.
Facts.
I'm just be extra careful too. So when I'm sitting on the stoop, I don't get stopped by cops either. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like when I lived downtown Brooklyn, I used to be not scared, but like I used to sit on the stoop, but I used to feel uncomfortable. Like I used to walk to the gym by Fulton Ave, and then I would walk back, and I have my hoodie on because I'm coming from the gym, and people would just move out the way or just cross the street, like they would just get out the way.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, okay, and I'm like, yo, it doesn't even.
They scared of us, man.
Yeah, and I was used to growing up where like everybody hang out outside, everybody know each other. Like you might not be cool, but everybody knows each other. When I lived on that block, it was like, just come home, go in your house.
That's real. That's real.
That used to happen to me a lot when I was younger, especially when I was like 19. And my first car that I got was like a 2-door car, a little Toyota Celica. And it was like probably like a 2002 car, but it looked like it could pass for 06 or whatever. Every time I go through a checkpoint, cops letting everybody go. As soon as they see me, like, nah, go to the left, go to the right. And like I was getting crazy tickets for everything. I'm like, man, you guys just hold to be here from like all the way to sundown. Like every time I got to a point I had to avoid these, but I went to court to fight one, and the judge even saw it too. Like that's the one thing. Like there's some judges and some police officers, some of them that like understand like the mistakes of the others, because like the judge was looking at them like, yo, why you pull them over? Oh, it was random. Like how was it random? Like it was every 3 people. Like all right, so what number was it? Oh, I don't know. I wasn't the one that pulled him over. Like looking at him, shaking his head like he's not guilty. So they know like you can't explain your actions. Like don't even bring it to me over here. But out there, some of them they forget, these officers or like people, they forget like outside that world, like you're a human being too, just like everybody else. Everybody got the same rights, and they'll just act like they have more rights to something than you. Like you try to go somewhere like, oh, you don't belong here, or, I'm gonna try to call the cops, so you can't do this here. Like they make the rules or they control things, so it's unfortunate, man.
I guess that's the privilege that they feel, right? They said that the fact that you won't acknowledge white privilege is a testament of white privilege.
That's real.
But they said that the reason why white privilege is allowed is because the black man doesn't do anything to stand up against it. I was listening to David Banner this morning. He was on Vlad TV. Shout out to Vlad TV. And he was saying basically how Obama allocated for $12 million or $24 million for the Jewish people, for those that was displaced during the Holocaust. But he said that America did not cause the Holocaust, so why are they giving them money? He said that here we are as black folks, and nobody ever allocated for us to get any reparations at all. So they have no reparations. And he said it's because we don't have a country. Like we don't have a place to go back to. Even Africa is our country, but Africa is ran by the colonists. Sanders.
That shit right there is crazy.
Sanders is tired. He was at a long day, bro.
Man, bro, just 12 to 7 is killing me, but
Shout out to Sanders, he got a job.
it's killing me, bro.
When he tired.
It's killing me. My bad. I apologize for that. Please forgive me for that. 100%. I definitely got to be alert. But it's a lot of hard work, but we do what we got to do. Forgive me for that.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Going back to what y'all was saying, what y'all said again? I'm sorry.
We was talking about.
I'm sorry about that.
We was talking about.
Sorry about that.
We was talking about how Obama, he gave restitutions to the Jewish people for all those that was affected by the Holocaust.
Oh, he did that.
Yeah. David Bedwell was talking about it on Vlad TV.
This is recent.
I mean, when he was in office, when he
Yeah,
was
facts,
president.
facts,
But
facts.
then they said that, how come us as black people, we still haven't gotten anything back? We haven't
We
gotten
need to
any
get
restitution.
something back.
And they were saying because black people will have no country to defend them. They'll do it like how if something happens to a Russian, Russia's going to step up. If something happens to a Chinese person, China's going to step up. It's like even if an American goes to some place and something happens to an American, they're going to lobby for the government to do something, or like the government's going to either try to do peace talks or send a chopper to go pick them up. But let's say if something happens to a Haitian person, let's just say something happens to a Nigerian person, who's coming for them?
It's a fact.
Who's coming to save them? Like, you know? And even Africa have been colonized by a lot of different countries,
That's
and
a fact.
a lot of people other than Africans run Africa, and that's the sad part.
Yeah, a big part of that is colonization. You know, some of the blame be on us sometimes because a lot of times, you know, we don't stick together as much as we should. You know, there's a lot of division within our own people, especially with different ethnicities, saying different countries and everything like that. You know, a lot of people, like, you go to some places, the communities, you got the Chinatown, Jewish people, they got their neighborhoods. You know, the Iranians or Afghans, they got their neighborhoods. You know, everybody got their own, like, pocket neighborhood. We just got places that we live together at, but not places where we, like, run businesses together, or, like, you know, or like community hospitals, or, like, you know, shops, or, you know, stuff like that, where we can support each other and everything like that. So, like, it's most time we come together, it's when it's a tragedy instead of, like, when it's coming to, like, you know, celebrate.
Well said, bro.
So, you know, it's very unfortunate like that. And that actually, like, segues to, like, another topic I wanted to talk about too. It's a big thing I've been seeing a lot, you know, that, you know, I think with colorism going on too. Like, I've been seeing a lot more lately online, like, especially like.
What is colorism? Explain that to the people.
Colorism is basically like when you feel like because of your skin color you have certain advantages and disadvantages, or not feel like, but you do get certain advantages and disadvantages within, you know, your society. Like, so basically, like, somebody who's seen as a lighter skinned person will have more opportunities versus somebody with a darker skin.
That's crazy.
And everything like that. And a big, like, section of people that's been affected by this, that, like, voice is low. But I started hearing it a lot lately. You know, dark-skinned black women feel like, you know, they get affected by this the most. And they it's to the point where, like, a lot of them feel like they get a lot of hate from, like, their own men too. And at the beginning I was confused. I was like, yo, what? I love dark-skinned black women. You know, I got no problem with dark. But, you know, that's just speaking for me, and then I'm trying to look around and see how they feel and everything like that. So I always talk to my sister, you know, because she, you know, dark-skinned black woman, you know. So I was like, hey, and she would explain it, and I would try to read, you know, these forums and talk to whatever, you know, dark-skinned black women I could find. Like, yo, y'all really feel like this? You know, like we don't care about y'all and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like, because a lot of them feel like, you know, we'd rather, you know, mess with whatever other shorties besides them,
Yeah.
or like, or they feel like, you know,
the bookies.
yeah, or they feel like, you know, they'll support our cause, but we won't support their cause and everything like that, or like, and like, you know, it's like a lot of, you know, arguments and feelings with it, and I'd be like, man, like, that's crazy, but like, you know, of course, I definitely see it, you know, like, on TV and everything, like, we see that division, and it's like, it's just, I feel like it just caused even a bigger division. I mean, it's unfortunate, you know, you see on TV, you see a lighter couple versus a darker couple, or the lighter mother versus the darker mother, you know, just like what happened on Fresh Prince and everything like that.
Yeah,
you know?
they switched them up
everything like, and
from
then,
a darker woman
yeah,
to a lighter woman.
whatever families you see, like, and it's like that, like, or like, so I guess it's just seeing that representation inside. That's why a lot of people like that Black Panther movie, because, you know, so strong dark-skinned people and everything like that. But like something like that, you know, it caused a little division within us, and like, so we can't even like agree on that, because some people feel like, you know, it's just in some of your minds, and some people feel like, nah, it's real. So I mean, we gotta start getting on the same page about that too, you know, because it is a real issue, you know.
So let's ask Sanders, he a light skin dude. Do you think you being light skinned affect your life different versus to if you was dark skinned?
Well, I've never been aware of that, but I've heard that before many times and stuff like that. When I was in Oakwood University, you know what I'm saying, that when you're a light-skinned pastor, you're more likely to get a job more than a dark-skinned pastor. But my mom is dark-skinned, so You know, I mean, just my temperament, I never saw that, you know what I'm saying? Because I really was very overprotective over my mom, but I never really experienced that.
So what about women? Like, because I know, especially in rap songs, like they make it seem like they favor the red bone. I like a long hair.
Nah, but the dark
red
skinned woman is
bone.
gorgeous. There's a lot of dark skinned, gorgeous women out there.
course,
All
of
the
course.
queens and stuff like that. You feel me? They're out there, man.
But it
So-
seems like the light skinned girls are promoted more than the dark skin, especially the
You-
exotic girls, like the mixed girls.
You think even now, right?
I think even now,
That's
I think
crazy.
now with like Instagram and everything, it seems like they promote the more exotical. I think they call them like
Yeah,
girls
and
that's
they're
mixed.
racially ambiguous. They say like where you can't really tell what race they are, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know.
but shout out to the dark skinned woman, man. It's-
Yeah.
The darker you are, the better that it is and stuff like that. So shout out to them, man. You know what I'm saying? They're valuable. And I think what we have to do is we have, you know, once everything's set in motion, we just have to, you know, with the music, we have to promote that. We have to show the beauty of a black woman. You don't have to be shaking your butt and twerking and everything like that. You could still, you know, be a beautiful, dark-skinned woman, you know, covered up and everything like that. So I'm with all that 100% and everything like that.
Mm. Me growing up as a dark skinned dude, I could say back then, before dark skin was popular, like we did catch heat. We caught heat a lot.
Wow.
Like they'll call us blackie,
That's crazy.
they'll call tar baby, all type of stuff, you know.
It's like, you know, it's funny, like with that too, like the people will be fronting, like, I never said nothing like that back in the day. Like, yo, yeah, I was, like, it's alright. I'm like, if you was kids and you was saying it, I mean, you said it, but like, you know, everybody make mistakes, you grow up, you change, but like, you know, don't front like you ain't say it back. You know, like oh, African booty scratcher or some next thing. You know, a lot of things, you know, they make fun of black kids. I remember I had a dark-skinned girl growing up in my class, like, it's like 7th grade. People used to like shut the lights off and be like, yo, where is she? Where is she? And they turn it back, like turn the lights back on, like, oh, there she is. I'm like, yo, y'all wildin', like, you know. But you know, it's unfortunate. Well, yeah, but I cut you off. Continue.
No, you're right. But even so, like I remember at one point, no one wanted to be with a dark skinned dude or a dark skinned girl. Like, oh you mad black, blah blah. Oh, you gotta put on gloves to eat some Oreos, or you're gonna bite your fingers. Like, like people used to say things like that.
That's weird. That's crazy.
Well, like they call you Blackie. Like I used to be called Blackie. Like oh what's up Blackie? But now it seems like dark skin is in. Like dark skin is popping. Everybody want to be dark skin. People be like, oh no, I'm not light skin. I'm brown. Oh no, I'm dark skin. Everybody want to be dark skin. I guess because now it's cool to be dark skin, but before it wasn't cool. And I feel like those are like self-hate things that people judge you upon. Like I can see even with my daughter. Like I remember when my daughter was born, I couldn't tell if she was gonna be light or dark because she came out real pale, but then her ears were dark, and people were saying she was gonna be the color of her ears. And I was like, all right. In a way, like I was like, yeah, I would love a little chocolate baby. Like she'll be cute. But then I know how society is, especially when it's against dark-skinned people. Like
That's crazy.
it's like the darker you are, the more they hate you. I could say, because I feel like
Self-hate.
because I feel from both sides, white and black. I feel like people fear you when you're real dark. They stay away. They think you're a troublemaker. They put all these stigmas on you just because you're dark. Because I guess that's what society and the media teaches them. So like I'm watching her, like she's changing colors as it goes, and I guess now she's starting to fall into her color. But it's a mixture of the both of us. But
Yeah, like when they say if you're black and you know you get mad or like whatever, they call you angry. But if it's a white person or lighter person and you're passionate, you know, use different terminology, to justify it and stuff like that or stuff like that. I remember like when I was talking to a light skinned shorty back in the day, like she used to say like she felt like if she was darker she wouldn't look as good. I'm like, what would be different? Just your skin color would be different. Like your face would be the same, your body would be the same. And every time a girl feel like she wouldn't look pretty as dark skin, first thing I do is just show a picture of my sister. Like, do you think that she's pretty? They be like, oh yeah, she's beautiful. She was like, yeah, that's my sister. Like, she's dark skin, right? Like, you acting like you can't find that.
yeah.
It's everywhere.
They did, bro.
Yeah, like
And then at one point, people was bleaching their skin a lot. Like
That's crazy to me.
Vibes Cartel made that Cake Soap song. Sammy Sosa turned white.
Sammy Sosa looks like a gremlin,
Yo, he
bro.
bugging and he trying to front like he saying, oh no, I don't bleach myself. Like, yo, bro, if you do.
We had a cousin. She came up to New York and she was black. She went to Florida. came back again. She was white. Like
That's crazy.
It was like, yo, what happened?
I'm not with that, man.
Like,
However you look is however you look, you know? Nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that. Nothing wrong with
I
that.
remember when I was younger, son, my mom used to give me like that skin bleaching soap. She's like, oh, to like even out your complexion a little bit.
That's crazy.
Because a lot of Haitians was on that meek stuff. If you Haitian, you know something called meek, M-I-C.
Facts, man. We love our black queens, man.
Shout out to Bobby Brown. Bobby, shout out. Hold it down. So I remember like my mom used to have the meek thing in the crib. And there's a lot of people that I grew up with when I was younger who was dark skinned that's light skinned now. I'm not going to put you on blast, but it's a few neighbors. They change colors. Like how both your parents light skinned now and your kid's still dark skinned. I guess because your kid wasn't using that skin bleaching cream, but like when I used that black soap or the cake soap, like all it did was make my skin uneven. It took years for my skin to even out. Like
That's crazy.
it used to make the like around my eyes and around my mouth light, but then the rest of my face dark, so it looked like I had on a mask, and then people would
That's crazy. That's not
call me raccoon. So like I had to get like that visibly even lotion to like even out my face, and I remember that because my mom used to have that one lotion in the crib, like that skin bleaching lotion, and that's why the time mad Haitians and Africans with skin bleacher, like their face would be red and their hands be mad black, and there's still a lot of Jamaicans, Haitians, Africans that look just like that, and y'all know what I'm talking about.
That's a fact.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Definitely, like, maybe, so that's one issue we gotta resolve within ourselves, man. You know, gotta doubt that we all black at the end of the day, just different shades of it. You know, doesn't matter what on the spectrum. I mean, love who you love. If you with somebody that's in the light or a different color or race, and it's true love, like, yo, be with that too. But don't feel like you gotta love it just because of the complexion. Love is something because you love it, you know. You don't gotta shame it, we don't gotta hate it. Just love is love. So, you know, lost people are beautiful. You gotta love yourself too, you feel me? So, just love it.
Facts, man. I feel like there's a lot of self-love that's missing. Saying as all you do is preach love, like why do you think there's such, I guess, a dire need? I guess there's a low amount of love in today's world.
I think number one because the lack of God, because God is love, and also two people magnifying sin and wickedness, and you know, Trumpism is out. You know what I'm saying? The swastikas are out. That could be the reason and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order for you to love other people, you gotta love yourself, and in order for you to love yourself, you gotta love God. So it's a ripple effect, 100%, and everything like that.
And the fact that it seems like more people love things instead of people.
But that's dangerous, man. That's dangerous. We gotta do better.
Yeah, exactly. But it would seem that when people do talk about love and when they are vulnerable in certain situations, people call them soft. Perfect example was Drake, and he received so much criticism. He claimed that he wasn't hiding his kid from the world. He was hiding the world from his kid, because he said based on how the people talk about him and the way they treat him, he didn't want his kid to deal with all that. But he's a person that got Rachel for telling him about his emotions and the women that he loved and his relationships.
That's a fact.
But people seem to like make fun of him. So what you guys think about that?
I think I think Drake is a great artist, man.
Drake's somebody people like.
That album is fine. Not everybody's a gangster.
They might hate him outward, but they
And,
probably love
and,
him.
and that's okay. I think he's a great artist. You feel me? He makes music for the world.
Yeah, Drake say things that people are feeling but scared to say themselves. Like,
Exactly.
so I mean, I give him his props for that.
Give us props too.
I mean, so sometimes you know he be on his, you know, pettiness, but you know, besides that, like when he's talking from a real spot, he's talking from a real spot,
Yeah,
especially like relationship wise or feelings wise, emotion wise. So you know, I mean, I remember reading an article that said like Drake is one of those, you know, those romantics, you know, like so. I could definitely see type of who he is, go around a girl, you know, spit whatever type of G he can spit, but like he'll be real with it, you know, like that's the type of guy he is, like that. So I mean, I've been listening to Drake for a minute. I mean, he's grown, everything like that. So
The album is fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So, I don't know. Do you think he was wrong for hiding his kid, or do you think he had reason to hide his
I
kid?
think he had reason to hide his kid.
I mean, I think he.
I think the stripper thing was a dub, but
It slipped up, like, cause he said like all it took was one time. He said he only saw her twice. I'm like, how you only see her twice and now you got a kid?
He saw more than twice.
Nah, I mean, all it took was one time, and it took one time.
I'm like, so like you see somebody only 2 times.
He probably shot the club up more than one time in that night, probably.
But still, like doing that with like no protection.
And he had to hit raw too.
Yeah, so
Savage.
He's wilding. But it's funny because he, like, I mean, like DJ Academics, like he's one of the dudes that.
oh, you act a dummy, right?
But he was reviewing the album, and then like he was saying like, yo, Drake was talking about he not really a deadbeat, but then another line Drake was like, he only saw the kid like once. So I'm like, yeah, so which one is it? And he's like, he got the empty crib and the empty crib. And I'm like, yeah, Drake is kind of messing up his story right now.
Right.
Like that.
You know what I'm saying?
And then he said, you know, I guess he got the kid like mad gifts for Christmas, but I guess he just met the kid this year. But I'm like, damn. So when did Christmas come, Drake? Like,
That's crazy.
I don't know. But like, I mean, it seemed like, you know, Drake. I don't think Drake's the type of dude to like. I think he's just more embarrassed that like it came out the way it came out. He probably was embarrassed about the situation too, because he was like he was saying like he used to get tired of his parents for like not being together and having a broken home. Now he's about to have the same thing too. So you know, sometimes they're trying to prevent your destiny.
But the Bible talks about generational sin.
Like
generational curses too.
Yeah.
He's going so hard to prevent his future that he set it in motion. Like that's what he did. So I mean, as long as he's doing what he gotta do, take care of his kid. Like it seems like he's not trying to like push it out to the spotlight for exposure and everything like that. So I mean, him and the baby mama just gotta be cool.
Yeah. From what I heard, they said that Kanye and Drake was in the studio, which makes sense because Drake did have a song on Kanye album at first, and then I guess Drake was being emotional. I guess because Kanye's emotional, and Drake told Kanye, and then Kanye went back and ran his mouth and told Pusha T. That's why Drake was saying that the real beef was with Kanye instead of.
Oh, he dissed him too the other day too.
Who dissed who?
I'm Drake.
Drake dissed
He
Kanye?
called them out, yeah.
What they say?
I don't recall what he said, but I think the video's out and everything like that. A freestyle.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, like I heard that story too from academics, you know. Academics, you know. I mean, like it's not like a conspiracy a little bit, whatever. But I mean, it could be true too. Like I feel like it's one of those situations where like, you know, Drake played the track and then, you know, Pusha is Kanye man, so Kanye probably just brought it up to him like, yo, like, yeah, he actually talking about his kid, and he's like, yo, where you got a kid? And then so Pusha just went to savage mode and just put it out. I don't think Drake meant for it to come out. I mean, Kanye meant for it to come out or try to be like, yo, go kill him with this. But like, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like, you can see it both ways. I don't know if Drake told him like, yo, it's a secret, don't tell nobody or anything like that. But, but yeah, I mean, if that is how it happened, I mean, Kanye's my guy and everything, but like, yeah, man, like he's been having a crazy year so far. So I don't know, man. He probably needs some help himself.
Yeah,
so like,
well, I think next time, man, I gotta just drink coffee. Man.
Yeah, we gotta get you a shot of espresso. Shout out to Sanders for getting a job. The boy works overnight, so you know he's tired right now. He's putting in those hours. He's grinding, you know.
Yeah, facts. I gotta definitely drink coffee next time.
So shout out to him for that. You know?
Definitely.
In regards to Pusha T, I think without that whole Drake diss, he probably wouldn't have sold any albums. Or he probably wouldn't be no buzz around his album because nobody was checking for no Pusha T.
I mean, they had buzz because Kanye announced all them albums in a row, so his was first. But like, yeah, I mean, like, beef definitely helps it out. It's more promotion and everything.
Of course.
But I was confused when Drake first dropped that disc, and it was like 80% of it was aimed at Kanye. I'm like, it looked like one of those things where like you got beef with like a bully trying to fight somebody, but then you end up punching the weaker kid. Like, I'm like, damn, man, why you throwing so much hits at Kanye? But I mean, if they really got that beef going on, then it makes sense, I guess. And then that other dude, that Prince guy, like was saying like, yeah, you know, like he stepped in and ended it and everything like that. So
yeah, Jay Prince, yeah, Jay Prince from Rap A Lot. But the funny thing is about the whole situation, Drake was dissing Kanye the most, but Kanye wasn't really dissing back. But then they claimed that Drake had another diss track that was going to diss Kanye even more, and then Jay-Z ended up on Drake's album.
That's oh, you know what I'm saying? This song is fire.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I guess that relationship between Jay and Kanye pretty much over.
Yeah, facts. I guess because he was saying basically like Kanye took it to a place where there wasn't no coming back from, and I guess that's where the situation is at right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I guess you have any closing thoughts, AJ?
Nah, I mean, like I said, the project is out on every streaming service. We just
Tell them what's the project called. Tell them your rap name. Tell them about the album. Tell them what's coming. Tell them where to find you. Tell them where to holler at you, man.
Yeah, you know the project's called Thou, THOU. Ajrhyme is my rap name. AJRHYME. Same on Instagram, Facebook, anything else, Snapchat, whatever. Yeah, I want to link me on YouTube. You know, listen to that project. It's on every streaming service. It's on YouTube also. It's everywhere. Deezer, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, you know, everywhere. So just stream that, listen to it. You're not gonna be disappointed. What's coming? Some visuals. You know, I'm gonna be making these moves. You know, I got more music ready. I'm gonna keep making more music, anything like that. Anybody want to connect with me? Just connect with me. Facebook, Jean-Noel or Ajrhyme on Instagram. Just hit me up. You know, to connect, go network, and do whatever we gotta do. Yeah, you know.
Young Heater with the Beamer. Closing thoughts, Sanders?
Man, it was real, guys. I love you guys. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep working, and let's keep supporting each other. And shout out to all my black kings, all my black queens. Know that the darker you are, the sweeter the juice.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You already know it's Pastor Cameau with the so-so.
That's right.
Alright. So, like I said, we always thank you for watching The Real Word TV. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to you, the viewer, because without you, we are nothing. Shout out to all the guests that always coming through. Shout out to our guest today, Jean-Noel. Shout out to my co-host Sanders that's always here with us. Shout out to you, the viewers that's always watching. Catch us on YouTube, youtube.com/C for channel, /The Real Word TV. Again, that's youtube.com/C for channel, /The Real Word TV. Catch us on television this Thursday at 4 o'clock. Info will be on my page or in the description of this video. And we'll be back here next week, 7:30. And catch us flavor in your ear. Share, like, drop a comment, post. You already know what it is. And we'll see you again next week. If you want to donate to the show, www.gofundme /The Real Word. That's www.gofundme /The Real Word. Keep us in your prayer. Keep us blessed up. Sanders, want to close out with prayer?
Father God, strengthen us and keep us in your presence. Keep us in your love and your bosom. And Lord, we thank you for those who are viewing. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen, people. Pick up yourself. One love.